Everyone and welcome back to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of crude has moved in the last week and how the price of crude can move in the next week. See, if you look at the chart of crude is mostly trading around in a zone of around 57 to 58 a barrel. And if you see, we'll be explaining you 15 minutes chart, 2 hours chart, daily chart and then weekly chart, so you will understand how the price has moved for so long and how the price can move in the next week. See, so if you have seen that the price is moving in this particular range for quite some time and there is a continuous fall we have seen. Okay, so if you see as of now what we have seen that US WTI crude oil is trading in the mid 50s per barrel and roughly around 57 to 58 near the low and of the global range for this period. This follow a year where the price being experienced one of the steepest annual decline since 2020 as global supply has continued to outpace demand. Oversupply concern rising inventories in key region and mixed demand signals have contributed to recent actions. At the same time, inventory reports have shown both a decline in US crude and stock, signaling dynamic flow in physical market. Okay, all of this crude is a crossroad and the next level could which direction the next cycle begins. See, coming on a 15 minutes chart, you can see there is a continuous downfall and the price tried to get stable at some point but tried to rise but it didn't sustain and started coming down. Okay, this is the range where the price is moving for quite some time. Okay, so we can see the price has touched a high of around 58.2 with a low of around $65.5, creating a pattern. But if the price keep moving below 55, then only we can see there will be a trend after breakout can be seen. But if the price keeps sustaining above this level, because $56.5 is a strong level, that if it started coming down we can see further fall, but this level is being creating a strength where the price is trying to go higher. Okay, so once started going below this level, then only we can see this trend will support a downside and we can see the price can come down. So on the 15 minutes chart, that if the price sustain above 58.5, we can see there can be an upside and then the zone break out towards an upside. But if the price keep, then we can see a continuous downfall. Back on 2 hours chart, you'll understand how the price is moving. Okay, see, look at this particular chart. The price is currently trading at around $57.32. Okay, and if you see from 2 hours, that is around three candles being forming and the fourth candle on a green candle. Okay, and if you look at this, there is a hammer is forming, opposite hammer is showing and towards an upside, so chances can be high this particular pattern can break an upside, so chances will be high it can cross a level of $57.5. And if the price rising up this level, probability of crossing this level can be seen and it can touch a level of 57.9. Then there will be a zone breakout, so we can see the price can rise towards 58.2 and from there a further upside can be seen towards 58.9 and then a further upside can be seen. But if the price started going below this level, we can see a level of 57 and from there a further downfall can be seen towards 56.5 and then a further low. Okay, so you have to understand that overall trend is downside, but till the time the price is not going below a level of 58.5, we will not see that there will be a trend towards an upside. And if the price started going below 56.5, again we can see there can be a further fall. Okay, coming back on a daily chart, but before I move ahead and explain you, if you have any doubts, you can mail me at stockmarkettradinglab@gmail.com and one more mail ID in the description. And please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work, and a telegram link also given in the description, you can join that too. See, this is the range where the price is moving. Okay, and the price is moving in this particular range only and this particular pattern. So this pattern can only break when the price started going above 58.5 and crosses a level of 60. 60 is important level, so if it started going upside, then only we can see there a probability of upside. But otherwise it is moving since, you can say, from June of 25 the price is moving in this particular range after a sharp fall we have seen at this level. Okay, so now if the price keep moving below this level, what is the probability? If you see this particular chart, we have seen the dollar is getting weakened. Okay, and some of the factors which we can see in the next week, see, as I've clearly mentioned you that these factors can affect the price of EIA inventory data, OPEC productions, okay, dollar movement and global economic data. These some of the price can affect the. So now on the daily chart, crude remains near the lower band of annual range. Okay, sideways to slightly rational movement we have seen in this range. Okay, otherwise balanced daily reactions. So suppose if the price sustain above this level, probability of going towards 57.89 can be there, and if the price rises above this level, probability of crossing a level of 58.5, then to a level of 58.8. Okay, this level is already weak, so we can see if it sustain above this level, probability of touching this level can be there, and if that sustain, it will cross this particular zone, and then we can see it will move towards a level of 60. Okay, then there is a probability this trend can break towards an upside, so chances of going towards 61 can be there, and if the price rises above this level, a further high can be seen towards a level of around 62.5, which is already tested, so we can see the price can rise above that level and can move towards 62.7 and then further high. But suppose if it started coming down, it can come down towards a level of 56.5. Okay, and if the price fall below this level, then only we can see it can go further down towards 55.5, and this level is already weak, so we can see the price will go further down, and from there a further fall can be seen because 55.5 is already tested, so we can see the price can move further low, and this after that the price can move further down, and yes, after that a probability of going towards 54 is there after $55.2. Okay, and if the price moving below that particular level, probability of touching 51.15 will be there, and then a further downfall. Okay, so remember that after 55.5 there is a higher chance of further down. Coming back on a weekly chart, which is very important you to understand how the price can move in a week. See, we have seen the price is moving in a very particular range. Okay, and if you look at this particular trend, one thing that you have to understand that it is moving in this range, but it is making a sharp fall towards downside, and this pattern is being followed since long. Okay, this pattern is being followed since long, and the similar pattern we have seen in gold towards an upside, this particular pattern. Now this is a downside movement. Okay, so what we can see, suppose if the price started, because it is showing a green candle, let's see if the price sustain this level. We can see the price can move towards 58.6. This 58.6 is already weak, so we can see the price can move towards a level of 60, and this level is already also being weak, so we can see the price can move towards a level of $61.5. Okay, so suppose if the price sustain, so suppose if the price sustain a level of around $58, there is a higher chances it can cross a level of $58.8. Okay, so if it sustain above $58, probability of crossing this level can be seen, and from there a probability of touching 60.7 can be there. Okay, remember that if it started going upside, probability of going towards a level of 58.8, as soon as it started crossing, we can see a level of 60.14 is a weak level. Okay, the price can rise above that level, and from there it can touch a level of 61.12. Okay, and if the price going above that particular level, then we can see it can move towards $62.10, and if it started going upside, a probability of going towards 62.2, then to a level of 62.5. Okay, but suppose if it started coming down, see, then there will be a zone breakout, so we can see a further upside. So trail your SL by $0.3, because we have not seen a very good movement towards an upside or downside, so 0.3 is important level, so at least you will save a. Now if the price started coming down, what we can suppose started going below 56.5. Okay, because see, overall trend is downside. Not tomorrow, in this particular week, if it started going down, what we can see, suppose started coming down, we can see the price can move towards $56 after this level. If you see this is an hammer is forming, which shows that this particular week was a green candle. That is where it has formed a green candle. But suppose if the price started coming down below a level of $56, chance of going towards a level of 55 can be seen, and this $55 is already weak level, so we can see the price will move below a level of $54.5, because there will be a zone breakout. So remember, there is a higher chances it can move below a level of $55, and then directly it can move towards 53.9. Okay, so if the price started going below 55.5, chance of touching 53.9 can be there, and if the price didn't sustain, it can come down towards $51.5. Okay, and if the price falling below that particular level, chance of touching 49.5. Okay, so remember, as soon as the price started going below a level of around 55.3, chance of touching 53.9 will be there, and if the price falling below this level, chance of touching 51.5, and if the price going below that particular level, chance of going towards 50. Okay, any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I've given the mail ID also in the description. Trail your SL as soon as the price started going below a level of around 56.5. Okay, and once the price falling below this level, there is a probability of touching 55.5 can be seen only after if it crosses a level of 56. So chances of going down will be there. So trail your SL, because probability of crossing 49.5 can be there if the price keep moving below 59 1.5.